In the world of the NFL, players earn millions of dollars and live lives of luxury, but for some, that financial success doesn't last. From poor investments to lavish spending habits, many NFL athletes have found themselves facing bankruptcy despite their massive contracts. In this video, we're diving into the shocking stories of NFL stars who lost it all, examining how these athletes went from riches to rags and what led them down the road to financial ruin. If you like videos like this, then be sure to press the like button. The last two bankrupt NFL player videos we did got 750 likes each. Luther Elliss was a dominant force on the field during his NFL career, making a name for himself as a defensive tackle with the Detroit Lions. Selected in the first round of the 1995 NFL Draft, Elliss quickly became a cornerstone of the Lions defense, earning 2 Pro Bowl selections and a reputation for his toughness and tenacity. Over the course of his career, Elliss earned more than $20 million, a testament to his talent and hard work. However, like many athletes, his story after football took a troubling turn. Despite his earnings, Elliss found himself filing for bankruptcy in 2010. Today, he works tirelessly to ensure other players don't follow the same path. Elliss reflects on his financial downfall with a sense of humility and regret, often admitting that his pride played a significant role in his demise. "A lot of my demise came because I was prideful," Elliss said during a Lions practice, speaking to the team's rookies. "I couldn't admit that I needed help, and I didn't take advantage of the resources here. I didn't let anyone know I needed help until after the fact." His troubles didn't come from gambling or substance abuse, problems that are often associated with athletes going broke. Instead, Elliss was simply a big spender, pouring money into property and failed business ventures. His spending habits eventually caught up with him, and like many NFL players before him, he found himself facing financial ruin. Since filing for bankruptcy, Elliss has moved back to Salt Lake City, where he lives with his wife and 12 children, 7 of whom are adopted. After briefly working as a coach at the University of Utah, his alma mater, Elliss realized that the demanding hours of coaching weren't suited to his lifestyle. He now works at Operation Exchange, a sports firm in Utah, where he channels his passion into helping young athletes avoid the financial pitfalls that he himself fell into. He's also involved in the NFL's Rookie Symposium, where he shares his story with young players, hoping they will learn from his mistakes before it's too late. At the heart of his message is the notion that no amount of money can shield a player from bad financial decisions. "At this age and this level, you feel like you're Superman. You feel invincible," Elliss said, "but even Superman can go broke if he spends more than he makes." A lesson Elliss learned the hard way. In today's NFL, the allure of wealth is everywhere, and with multi-million-dollar contracts, it's easy to fall into the trap of reckless spending. Ray Rice was once one of the NFL's brightest stars, known for his power and agility as a running back for the Baltimore Ravens. Over the course of his career, he earned more than $25 million, including a Super Bowl ring in 2013. But his promising career came to an abrupt end in 2014 when a video surfaced of Rice assaulting his then fiancée in an elevator. The incident led to his indefinite suspension from the NFL and the eventual termination of his contract with the Ravens. As his career fell apart, so did his financial situation, leaving the former star running back struggling to maintain the lifestyle he had once enjoyed. He went from being on a 5-year, $35 million contract to being cut instantly. Before his fall from grace, Rice had earned millions in salary, endorsements, and bonuses. However, like many professional athletes, his wealth was rapidly drained by poor financial decisions and lavish spending. Rice reportedly lived a lifestyle that included expensive cars, luxury homes, and extravagant vacations. He also made significant financial commitments to family and friends, something that, while generous, contributed to the depletion of his savings after his career ended. His rapid downfall from NFL star to being blacklisted from the league made it difficult for him to secure a stable income, and without the multi-million-dollar paychecks coming in, Rice's financial resources dwindled quickly. One of the key factors that contributed to Rice's financial troubles was his inability to secure another NFL contract after his suspension. Despite being eligible for reinstatement after his indefinite suspension was lifted, no team signed him. The loss of future earnings and endorsement deals, combined with his pre-existing financial commitments, left Rice in a precarious position. The legal battle surrounding his domestic violence case further drained his finances, and with his reputation damaged beyond repair, the opportunities for Rice to make money dried up. In the years since his retirement, Rice has attempted to rebuild his life and finances through various ventures, including motivational speaking and coaching. Bernie Kosar, once a beloved quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, made a name for himself as one of the smartest and most talented signal callers in the NFL. Over the course of his career, Kosar earned millions of dollars, amassing wealth from his NFL contracts and various endorsement deals. However, like many professional athletes, Kosar's fortune did not last, and he eventually found himself facing financial ruin. His downfall was a combination of poor investments, financial mismanagement, and the pressures that come with supporting a large network of family and friends. Kosar's financial troubles began with a series of bad business ventures. He was known for being extremely generous, often giving large sums of money to family, friends, and even former teammates in need. While his generosity earned him respect, it also contributed to his financial downfall. Kosar invested heavily in ventures ranging from real estate to businesses, but many of them failed to deliver the returns he had hoped for. These poor investment decisions, combined with the 2008 economic recession, severely depleted his wealth. Additionally, Kosar faced significant financial strain due to his divorce, which resulted in large alimony and child support payments. The combination of his failed investments, ongoing payments, and continued financial commitments to those around him put Kosar in a tough position. In 2009, he was forced to file for bankruptcy, listing $9.2 million in assets against $18.9 million in debts. His debts included large loans, back taxes, and unpaid bills, all of which contributed to his financial collapse. He now has been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease and liver failure, but is trying to keep a positive outlook. Kosar has also publicly acknowledged how hard the journey has been, but he has remained determined not to give up. His belief in the power of positive thinking is something he practices daily, even while dealing with the physical toll of these serious illnesses. Kosar's story is not only one of football success, but also of resilience, as he fights against the odds to maintain his health while inspiring others to do the same. Charlie Batch, a Pittsburgh native, enjoyed a 15-season NFL career as a quarterback, primarily with the Detroit Lions and later with his hometown Pittsburgh Steelers. After being selected by the Lions in the second round of the 1998 NFL Draft, Batch served as their starting quarterback for several seasons before joining the Steelers as a reliable backup, where he contributed to 2 Super Bowl victories. Despite his on-field success, Batch faced significant financial challenges off the field. In December 2010, he filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy protection, listing $8.29 million in liabilities against $2.3 million in assets. A substantial portion of his debt was attributed to unsuccessful business ventures, including real estate investments that defaulted on a $1.15 million mortgage, leading to the receivership of 25 properties. This is shocking because he was making at least $1 million a year as the Steelers' backup quarterback. Through his career, he had made at least $23 million. During the bankruptcy proceedings, there was a possibility that Batch's personal assets, such as his 2 Super Bowl rings, could be seized to satisfy creditors. Fortunately, he was able to retain most of his assets, including his residence and the cherished rings. Since retiring from professional football, Batch has been actively involved in various endeavors. He serves as a studio analyst for the NFL Network, the Steelers Radio Network, and KDKA-TV, providing insightful commentary on football games. Additionally, he is deeply committed to philanthropy through his Best of the Batch Foundation, which focuses on unlocking potential in communities to build a better future for children and families by providing choices, motivation, and education. Despite being a beloved backup for one of the biggest franchises in the nation, he still wasn't able to build his financial literacy fast enough to take advantage of the millions of dollars he was making as an NFL quarterback. So many of these athletes try to over-leverage their debt, but don't realize they are just one injury or bad season away from having their income completely and totally cut off. Lawrence Taylor, widely regarded as one of the greatest linebackers in NFL history, revolutionized the game during his career with the New York Giants. Drafted 2nd overall in 1981, Taylor became a force of nature on the defensive side of the ball, known for his relentless pass rushing ability and hard-hitting style. Over a 13-season career, he amassed 132 sacks, 10 Pro Bowl appearances, 2 Super Bowl victories, and was named NFL Defensive Player of the Year 3 times. Taylor's contributions to the game earned him a spot in the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1999. During his career, Taylor reportedly earned between $50 and $60 million through his NFL contracts and endorsements. Despite his immense success on the field and his significant earnings, Taylor's post-football life became marred by financial trouble and controversy. His well-documented struggles with substance abuse and legal issues derailed his finances. Taylor's problems with drugs, particularly cocaine, began during his playing days, which led to multiple suspensions and fines from the league. After retiring, Taylor made a series of poor financial decisions, including failed business ventures and extravagant spending, which depleted much of his fortune. He also faced significant legal expenses, which further contributed to his financial downfall. In 1998, Taylor filed for bankruptcy after years of mismanagement, poor investment choices, and mounting legal fees. Taylor's financial woes also stemmed from ongoing issues with taxes and child support payments, which exacerbated his situation. Despite earning millions during his career, he found himself unable to maintain his lifestyle or pay his debts. Today, Taylor's story stands as a cautionary tale of how even the wealthiest and most successful athletes can fall into financial ruin without proper management and foresight. Despite these challenges, Taylor remains a legendary figure in NFL history, and his impact on the game continues to be celebrated. Tiki Barber, one of the most dynamic running backs in NFL history, spent his entire 10-year career with the New York Giants. Drafted in the second round of the 1997 NFL Draft out of the University of Virginia, Barber became the Giants' all-time leading rusher, accumulating 10,449 rushing yards and 55 touchdowns by the time he retired in 2006. Known for his versatility, Barber was also a receiving threat out of the backfield, racking up 5,183 receiving yards and 12 touchdowns. His late career resurgence, particularly from 2004 to 2006, saw him cement his legacy as one of the league's elite players, earning 3 Pro Bowl selections and 2 first-team All-Pro nods. Barber reportedly earned around $25 million over his NFL career, which included both his contracts with the Giants and various endorsement deals. His football earnings, combined with his off-field ventures, seemed to set him up for a comfortable post-retirement life. Upon leaving the NFL, Barber immediately transitioned into a media career, joining NBC as a correspondent for The Today Show and a football analyst for Sunday Night Football. However, Barber's post-football life quickly became embroiled in controversy and financial difficulties. His television career suffered after a very public and scandalous divorce in 2010, which saw Barber leave his then-pregnant wife for a younger NBC intern. This incident not only hurt his public image, but also reportedly cost him his high-profile job at NBC. The divorce settlement and child support obligations took a significant toll on Barber's finances. Additionally, Barber's lavish lifestyle, combined with ill-advised business ventures, drained much of his wealth. In 2011, there were reports that Barber was facing financial trouble to the point where he attempted an NFL comeback, hoping to reclaim some of his former earnings. Unfortunately for him, no NFL team expressed interest in signing the 36-year-old running back, leaving him in a precarious financial situation. Despite his financial setbacks, Barber has since worked to rebuild his career. He has ventured into radio, co-hosting a show on CBS Sports Radio, and has taken on various other media roles. William the Refrigerator Perry, a larger-than-life figure both on and off the field, is best remembered for his time as a defensive lineman with the Chicago Bears. Drafted in the first round of the 1985 NFL Draft out of Clemson University, Perry became a fan favorite during his rookie season for his versatility and massive frame, standing at 6'2" and weighing over 300 pounds. Perry's unique ability to play both defense and offense made him famous, as Bears head coach Mike Ditka occasionally used him as a fullback in goal line situations. His most iconic moment came during Super Bowl 20, where he famously rushed for a touchdown, helping the Bears secure a 46-10 victory over the New England Patriots. Perry enjoyed a 10-year NFL career, most of which he spent with the Bears, before playing briefly for the Philadelphia Eagles. While not a dominant player statistically, Perry's presence and charisma made him one of the most recognizable players of the era. Over his career, Perry earned millions of dollars through NFL contracts and endorsement deals, including a popular Hasbro action figure in the 1980s, part of the G.I. Joe series. He is thought to have made at least $15 million, which when adjusted for inflation is pretty large. Despite his earnings, Perry faced significant financial struggles after retiring from football. One of the primary causes of his financial downfall was poor health, exacerbated by his lifelong battle with obesity. Perry developed diabetes and struggled with alcoholism, which contributed to medical expenses and poor decision-making. As his health declined, Perry required significant care, which further drained his finances. Perry's financial issues were compounded by a series of bad investments and overspending. He admitted to having trouble managing his money throughout his career and afterward. In 2011, it was reported that Perry was living in financial ruin, with his Super Bowl ring auctioned off for over $200,000, a move Perry claimed was made without his permission, but underscored his financial troubles. John Elway is one of the most iconic quarterbacks in NFL history, known for his legendary career with the Denver Broncos. Drafted first overall in the 1983 NFL Draft by the Baltimore Colts, Elway famously refused to play for the Colts and was traded to the Broncos, where he would spend his entire 16-year career. Elway led the Broncos to 5 Super Bowl appearances, winning 2 back-to-back championships in 1997 and 1998 before retiring in 1999. Over his career, Elway earned numerous accolades, including being named NFL MVP in 1987 and being selected to 9 Pro Bowls. He finished his career with over 51,000 passing yards and 300 touchdown passes. In 2004, he was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Elway's career earnings, including his NFL salary and endorsements, reportedly totaled around $45 million. After retiring from football, Elway transitioned into the business world and initially found success. He invested in car dealerships, eventually selling his chain of John Elway Autos for over $80 million. Elway also became involved in various other business ventures, including restaurants and car washes, and in 2011 he was hired as the Executive Vice President of Football Operations for the Denver Broncos, a role he still holds today. However, despite his success on the field and in business, Elway faced some significant financial setbacks. One of the most notable occurred in the early 2000s when Elway invested $15 million in a Ponzi scheme run by hedge fund manager Sean Mueller. Mueller promised large returns on Elway's investment, but the scheme collapsed, and Elway lost most of the money. The experience highlighted how even successful athletes and businessmen can fall victim to financial scams. Though the Ponzi scheme was a major blow, Elway's financial troubles were not as severe as some other athletes. He was able to recover financially thanks to his other successful investments and his continued role with the Broncos. Elway remains a powerful figure in both football and business, though his brush with financial disaster serves as a reminder of the risks even the wealthiest athletes face when investing. Michael Vick was one of the most electrifying quarterbacks in NFL history, known for his speed, agility, and unique playmaking ability. Drafted first overall by the Atlanta Falcons in 2001, Vick revolutionized the quarterback position with his ability to run and throw, becoming the first quarterback to rush for over 1,000 yards in a season. Vick was a 3-time Pro Bowler with the Falcons and led them to multiple playoff appearances. In 2004, he signed a record-breaking 10-year, $130 million contract with the team, making him one of the highest-paid players in NFL history. Throughout his career, Vick earned an estimated $100 million from his NFL contracts and millions more from endorsements with companies like Nike and Coca-Cola. However, Vick's career and finances came crashing down in 2007 when he was implicated in an illegal dogfighting ring. He pleaded guilty to federal charges of running the operation and spent nearly 2 years in prison. Vick's involvement in the scandal not only led to his incarceration, but also to the loss of his endorsement deals, his NFL salary, and millions of dollars in legal fees. The Falcons demanded that he repay a significant portion of his signing bonus, and Vick filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 2008, listing nearly $18 million in debt against $16 million in assets. Despite his financial ruin and legal troubles, Vick managed to make a remarkable comeback. After serving his prison sentence, he signed with the Philadelphia Eagles in 2009, eventually becoming their starting quarterback and earning another Pro Bowl selection in 2010. Vick went on to sign a 6-year, $100 million contract with the Eagles, which helped him pay off his debts and rebuild his finances. By 2017, he had completed paying back creditors as part of his bankruptcy agreement. Michael Vick's story is one of dramatic highs and lows, both on the field and off. His financial collapse was tied to poor decisions decision-making and legal trouble, but his determination to rebuild his career and finances after prison showcased his resilience. Today, Vick has turned his life around and works as an NFL analyst and advocate for animal rights, having learned tough lessons from his troubled past. Eric Dickerson is widely regarded as one of the greatest running backs in NFL history. Drafted second overall by the Los Angeles Rams in 1983, Dickerson made an immediate impact, setting an NFL rookie rushing record with 1,808 yards. His second season was even more remarkable, as he set the single-season rushing record with 2,105 yards in 1984, a record that still stands today. Over his 11-year career, Dickerson played for the Rams, Indianapolis Colts, Los Angeles Raiders, and Atlanta Falcons, amassing over 13,000 rushing yards and 90 touchdowns. He was selected to 6 Pro Bowls, was a 5-time first-team All-Pro, and was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1999. Dickerson's career earnings were significant for his time, especially considering the large contracts he signed in the 1980s. He made millions from his NFL contracts and endorsements, including deals with companies like Adidas and Pontiac. However, despite his impressive earnings, Dickerson encountered financial difficulties after retiring from football. He had made over $30 million, but couldn't hang on to it. One of the primary factors contributing to his financial downfall was a series of bad investments. Dickerson, like many athletes, invested in several business ventures that did not pan out, including a sports memorabilia business and a failed restaurant. In addition to poor investments, Dickerson's lifestyle also played a role in his financial struggles. Known for his flashy cars, expensive jewelry, and lavish spending habits, Dickerson often lived beyond his means, which drained his resources over time. Despite his high earnings during his career, the combination of bad business decisions and excessive spending led to financial difficulties after his playing days were over. While Dickerson's financial troubles were significant, he has since rebounded. He became a sports commentator and analyst, working for networks like ESPN and Fox Sports. Additionally, he has remained connected to the NFL through various roles, including serving as an ambassador for the Rams after their move back to Los Angeles. Arthur Marshall, a wide receiver, had a brief but noteworthy NFL career in the early 1990s. After playing college football at the University of Georgia, where he was a standout wide receiver and kick returner, Marshall went undrafted in the 1992 NFL Draft. However, he was signed by the Denver Broncos as a free agent, where he quickly made an impact as both a receiver and a special teams player. He played 3 seasons with the Broncos before being traded to the New York Giants, where he finished his NFL career in 1996. Over his career, Marshall recorded 87 receptions for 1,278 yards and 4 touchdowns. While Marshall didn't earn the multi-million-dollar contracts that many modern-day NFL players enjoy, he still made a respectable income during his NFL career. Through his career, he totaled several million overall. However, after retiring from football, Marshall faced financial difficulties. Like many athletes, he struggled to transition from professional sports into a stable post-playing career. Marshall attempted several business ventures, including opening a restaurant, but these ventures failed to generate sustained income. His financial problems were exacerbated by personal challenges and a lack of financial planning. Without the large endorsement deals or career earnings to fall back on, Marshall found himself in financial distress after his NFL career ended. In 2009, it was reported that Marshall was facing foreclosure on his home, highlighting the financial struggles he endured after his brief time in the NFL. Archie Griffin is best known as one of the most successful college football players of all time, becoming the only player in NCAA history to win the Heisman Trophy twice in 1974 and 1975. Griffin played running back for Ohio State University under legendary coach Woody Hayes, and his collegiate career was nothing short of remarkable. He rushed for over 5,500 yards during his time at Ohio State, setting numerous records and leading the Buckeyes to multiple Big Ten championships. His success at Ohio State earned him a spot in the College Football Hall of Fame. In 1976, Griffin was drafted in the first round by the Cincinnati Bengals. Despite high expectations, his NFL career was less spectacular than his time in college. Griffin played 7 seasons in the NFL, from 1976 to 1982, rushing for just over 2,800 yards and 7 touchdowns. While he had moments of success, Griffin never became a dominant force in the professional ranks like he was in college. After retiring from the NFL, Griffin's earnings from his playing days were relatively modest compared to the salaries of modern-day NFL players. After his playing career ended, Griffin faced financial difficulties. Like many former athletes, Griffin encountered challenges transitioning into life after football. He made several business investments, including a shoe company, but those ventures did not succeed as planned. Additionally, Griffin admitted to being ill-prepared for managing his finances during his playing career, which contributed to his post-retirement struggles. These challenges ultimately led to financial troubles, and Griffin experienced significant losses. Despite his financial setbacks, Griffin managed to recover in later years. He found stability through various roles at Ohio State University, including serving as the president and CEO of the Ohio State University Alumni Association. He became a prominent figure in the Ohio community, using his experience to help educate younger athletes on the importance of financial literacy and planning for life after football. Archie Griffin's story is a reminder that even the most successful athletes can face financial challenges without the right preparation and support. Billy Sims was a dominant force in college and professional football, known for his powerful running style and explosive talent. After winning the Heisman Trophy in 1978 as a standout running back at the University of Oklahoma, Sims entered the NFL with high expectations. The Detroit Lions selected him with the first overall pick in the 1980 NFL Draft. He quickly lived up to the hype, winning the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year award and making the Pro Bowl in each of his first 3 seasons. Sims's career, however, was cut short due to injuries. After just 5 seasons in the NFL, his promising career came to an abrupt end in 1984 after suffering a devastating knee injury. In total, Sims rushed for over 5,100 yards and scored 47 touchdowns during his time with the Lions. Despite the short duration of his career, Sims made a significant amount of money for his time, reportedly earning millions in NFL contracts and endorsement. However, after his retirement, Sims faced severe financial difficulties. Like many athletes who struggled to transition from sports to business, Sims made a series of poor business decisions. One of his ventures was Billy Sims Barbecue, a restaurant chain that expanded rapidly. While Sims found some success with the business initially, financial mismanagement and overly ambitious expansion plans led to trouble. Sims also got involved in other failed investments, which drained his resources. By the early 1990s, Sims had filed for bankruptcy, citing significant debt and poor investment choices. His financial problems were compounded by his lavish spending during his playing days and a lack of proper financial guidance. Sims struggled to recover from these setbacks for many years, but eventually his restaurant chain stabilized and he regained some financial footing. Sims has since become a spokesperson for financial literacy, sharing his experiences to help others avoid the pitfalls he faced. Raghib Rocket Ismail was one of the most electrifying athletes in both college and professional football. He first gained national attention at Notre Dame, where he was a dynamic wide receiver and return specialist. Known for his incredible speed, Ismail was a consensus All-American and finished second in the Heisman Trophy voting in 1990. His explosive playmaking ability made him a coveted player in both the NFL and CFL. In a surprising move, Ismail chose to start his professional career in the Canadian Football League, signing with the Toronto Argonauts in 1991. The deal was worth an unprecedented $18.2 million over 4 years, making him the highest paid player in the CFL at the time. Ismail's time in the CFL was marked by success, including helping the Argonauts win the Grey Cup in 1991. After 2 seasons, he transitioned to the NFL, where he played for the Los Angeles Raiders, Carolina Panthers, and Dallas Cowboys. Although his NFL career had flashes of brilliance, Ismail never quite lived up to the lofty expectations set during his college and CFL days. He played 9 seasons in the NFL, amassing over 5,000 receiving yards and 28 touchdowns. While his NFL earnings were substantial, totaling around $20 million throughout his career, they were not as high as initially anticipated due to his time in the CFL. After retiring from football in 2002, Ismail faced significant financial challenges. Despite earning millions over his playing career, Ismail lost most of his fortune due to poor financial decisions and ill-advised investments. He invested in a variety of ventures, including a religious-themed call center, a music label, and a cosmetics company, none of which proved successful. Ismail was also a victim of several failed businesses, including a plan to develop a film about his life and career, which never materialized. O.J. Simpson, once one of the most famous and successful athletes in the world, had a stellar football career before his personal life and legal troubles ultimately led to his financial ruin. Simpson rose to prominence as a star running back at the University of Southern California, where he won the Heisman Trophy in 1968. He was then selected first overall by the Buffalo Bills in the 1969 NFL Draft and quickly became one of the league's top players. Simpson is best known for being the first player in NFL history to rush for more than 2,000 yards in a single season, accomplishing this feat in 1973. Over his 11-year career, mostly with the Bills and a brief stint with the San Francisco 49ers, Simpson rushed for over 11,000 yards and 61 touchdowns. He was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1985. Simpson also found success off the field, leveraging his fame for lucrative endorsement deals with brands like Hertz and transitioning into a career in acting. He became a recognizable face on television and in movies, further boosting his earnings. By the height of his career, Simpson had earned millions from his NFL contracts, endorsements, and acting roles. His net worth during his peak years was estimated to be around $10 million, a significant sum for the era. However, Simpson's life took a dramatic turn in 1994 when he was charged with the murders of his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ronald Goldman. The infamous criminal trial, dubbed the Trial of the Century, resulted in his acquittal in 1995, but a subsequent civil trial found him liable for the wrongful deaths. He was ordered to pay $33.5 million in damages to the victims' families. This legal battle, along with the enormous costs of his defense, decimated his finances. Following the civil trial, Simpson faced continued financial difficulties. His income sources dried up, and in 2007 he was convicted of armed robbery and kidnapping in Las Vegas over a sports memorabilia dispute. Simpson was sentenced to 33 years in prison, but was paroled after serving 9 years in 2017, while his NFL pension, which is protected from legal judgments, reportedly provides him with a modest income. The vast majority of Simpson's wealth was lost due to legal fees, settlements, and poor financial management. Simpson's fall from grace is one of the most dramatic in sports history, going from one of the most admired athletes in the world to a man entangled in criminal controversies and financial ruin. His story serves as a cautionary tale about the rapid rise and fall of both fame and fortune, especially when compounded by legal and personal troubles. Michael Oher, best known for his inspiring life story that was portrayed in the movie The Blind Side, had a successful career in the NFL as an offensive tackle, born into a life of poverty in Memphis, Tennessee. Oher's early life was marked by instability, with a mother struggling with addiction and a father who was frequently in prison. Oher's life took a turn when he was taken in by the Tuohy family, who helped him develop his football skills and guided him toward a scholarship at the University of Mississippi. At Ole Miss, Oher became a standout player, earning All-American honors and solidifying himself as one of the top offensive linemen in college football. His impressive collegiate career led him to the 2009 NFL Draft, where he was selected 23rd overall by the Baltimore Ravens. Oher played 8 seasons in the NFL, with notable stints with the Ravens, Tennessee Titans, and Carolina Panthers. His career highlight came in 2013 when he helped the Ravens win Super Bowl 47. Over his career, Oher earned an estimated $34 million in salary, including a $20 million contract with the Panthers in 2015. Despite his financial success, Oher faced significant challenges after retiring from football due to injuries, including recurring concussions. Post-NFL life was difficult for Oher, who struggled with the sudden transition out of football and personal issues. He faced legal troubles, including a 2017 lawsuit for an alleged altercation with an Uber driver, which hinted at deeper struggles in his personal life. Reports surfaced that Oher had dealt with financial difficulties, though the full extent of his financial situation remained private. Oher has also been vocal about his dissatisfaction with how his life was portrayed in The Blind Side, feeling that the film overshadowed his true abilities as an athlete and emphasized a narrative of dependency. While he hasn't declared bankruptcy, Oher's story serves as a reminder of the difficulties many athletes face once they leave the game, especially in managing the sudden change in lifestyle and income after a career filled with financial success. Those were just some of the NFL athletes who managed to squander their wealth and end up in a disastrous financial situation. If you enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate you pressing the like button and leaving a comment down below. If this video gets 1,000 likes, we'll do another one over an hour of all the NFL players who went bankrupt that we can find info on. Thank you all for watching. We're also trying to hit 10,000 subscribers this year and would love your help.